Alright, so now that we got that set up, we're going to want to go ahead and add our camera to this scene and really sort of wrap it up. So to do that, I'm going to need to open the asset browser, and I'm going to need to add the camera by clicking on the Actor Classes tab and going to Camera Actor. Alright, close that. Right click anywhere, make sure it's highlighted, and say Add Camera here. And so there's our camera. That's what we're going to be using to film this scene with. And you'll notice up in the bar here there is the eyeball button up in the toolbar just above the viewport here, and I'm going to go ahead and select that eye, which is add selected to your movement. So basically I select the eye, I select the camera, and now I am the camera, and so wherever I move, that's where the camera is going to move. And I'm getting my initial shot sort of set up here of cathode running out of the darkness. Not necessary, but it definitely helps. And you could do the same thing with the movement track if you wanted. But in this case, I'm just going to put it where I want before I add it to Matinee. And just make sure you deselect that eyeball, because it can, you can make some mistakes and it gets kind of messy. Alright, so now the camera is selected. I'm going to open up Matinee. I'm going to expand it a little bit. I'm going to right click in an empty spot and say Add New Camera Group. I'm going to call this one Cam 1. Okay, so Cam 1 is now added. If I click the camera on that group, now I see from a camera view, and you can see it goes into widescreen mode. It's pretty cool. And in my Cam 1 group, I have a movement track and I have a field of view track. By default, field of view starts off at 90. I don't like to keep it there. It's kind of boring. So I'm going to create a new keyframe, right click, and I'm going to set the value to 38, which is my personal favorite, actually. Except this is just, maybe it's a little bit too far. So maybe I need to zoom it in just a little bit more. Let's say, I don't know. Nope, that's not it either. Oh, well, here's an idea. I'm going to start off at 90, and then I'm going to zoom way in to 38 over the span of about a second and a half. So it's like, oh, there's the, here's this guy running out of the darkness, zoom in on him. And you can see how that works as I drag the slider over, and here he comes. So I'm going to add my movement track now. And I'm just going to sort of play with it a little bit and move back, keeping my low angle, because low angles are cool. Alright. So that's okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add a director track to our Matinee, and that is going to ensure that when we start the map in the game, that it plays our little animation we're creating. So that'll be in the next video. Thanks.